Alright, welcome back to modeling the monster truck. This segment's going to be a lot about fixing geometry, so it'd probably be good for those who, like me, is struggled with when you create a model, you got to go into the details and make it look, not just like the model, but make it look more perfect. Get rid of the errors that you're getting. So hopefully it'll be helpful to someone out there. But what I'm going to do first, let's go into the top view. And it was really pretty kind of dumb of me to go ahead and apply my mirror modifier when I'm not done really, not sure I'm done doing the changes to the mesh on the truck body itself. But it was good just to at least see, what it looks like and how it's going to come about. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back and get rid of this entire section here. So I'm going to select, delete faces. And it's kind of good also because it'll make sure that a lot of the changes, things that I fixed, will be exactly mirrored on the other side. So we're just going to add that modifier back in. And now we can make our changes over on this side and not have to worry about, them not appearing on the other side. Because I'm going to redo this door, I'm going to redo some other things, and I don't want to do it twice. Kind of silly, so let's start with this door. Let's fix this thing. Okay. And I thought about it, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? I got to go in here and try to get that extrusion out, and I want to extend this around here, and I got to get rid of that. So probably the easiest thing to do at this point is to redo this geometry. So turn on the occlusion here, occlude geometry, so we can see what we got. Actually, I'm going to need to turn that off because I'm going to need to get into these faces in here and delete them. So, probably best to go into your number 3 side view and use your C tool and just select this geometry here that is around the door. We're going to take all this stuff out and we're going to rebuild this geometry. Let's redo this too. All this stuff is going to go. Go ahead and rebuild this part right here. Okay. Actually, just get rid of these two because that was kind of created when we did the extrusion or the cut. Okay, delete faces. Alright, so I got this weird kind of look here, but that's okay. Go into your vertex mode. And you can see we still have some of the cuts in there, which is nice. So we can just reuse that. I need to extrude all these points and merge them together. And you see me extruding up, it's just because it's easier to select that way. easier to select the last vertex there. In fact, you can extrude it anywhere you want to. Just get it out of the way and select the other one. As long as you merge them together in the right way, they should be fine. Okay. Go ahead and extrude these here. Unfortunately, you can't. Didn't want to extrude that. Unfortunately, you can't merge two of them at the same time like that. I wish there was a tool that where you could, but I don't. If there is, I don't know of it. Okay. Not sure what this is doing here. I don't like it. That has to be there because of that. I think for now I'm going to merge these two together. And then I'll have to fix it when I create my cuts over here. Okay, so now you can go into edge mode and just fill in these missing faces. Okay, so we're almost back to where we need to be. See, we got a little problem here. I should have brought that up there before I filled it in. So actually, let's get rid of this face here. And just take these edges and extrude them. And extrude again. Go back into vertex mode and just merge your vertices together. Got two of them right here, I believe. Okay. And we actually need to go back in edge mode and fill in these faces as well, because we are going to extrude again. Off of these faces. Alright, what is this little thing here? That's a selection point for something, but I don't know what it is. That's okay. Probably the selection point for the entire truck or something. No, it's not. Yeah, who knows? Not going to worry about it right now. Okay. Something looks weird here. Okay, that's because I left this open. That's okay for now. We're going to fix that in just a minute. Alright, now I've got to fill this one in here. Okay. Now you can do your use your Control R. Let me zoom out so we can see this. Control R and just mouse up, and that way I'm going to have the area I need that I'm going to be able to cut along there. Okay, and needs to be adjusted down a little bit. Actually, I think it's closer to the window itself. Just want it real thin, like the door itself was. Okay, here I want to do a couple things. I think for now I'm going to delete these faces along here and go into vertex mode. And I want this to seamlessly go into this area here, so I'm going to merge these two vertices, and this one needs to come down to here. So actually I should move these faces as well. We'll see if this works out. Okay. Okay. Then we can go ahead and merge these. I thought one was there, but it's not. What line is that? That is this light. It's getting in my way. I need to really put them on a different layer. Alright, so Alt M, merging these together. And I need to get rid of this one as well. And you can see some problems here with our geometry. which I'm not surprised because I got a lot of triangulation going on here. Need to clean that up. Okay, that definitely looks like a circle. Let me see what this thing is. It is a circle. Somehow I got a circle left in here from when I was making my rim stuff. It's gone now. Okay. And just gotta click H to hide those lights real quick. Bugging the heck out of me. Yeah, hide the hide the camera. Well, if I would hit H instead of G, I'd be okay. Alright, so just get that stuff out of the way. And another just quick thing, if you're working on your model and you have a really complex geometry, you have a bunch of vertices all over the place and you're trying to select them and move them around, sometimes this 3D, or not 3D cursor, but the selection tool or the scale tool gets in the way. You can always turn that off and just select all day long, but I usually work with it on. Sometimes I'll turn it off if I need to. Okay, so all that is taken care of. To get this a little bit more correct, I guess. And I'm just using the G tool to move this. I'm not getting real precise with the Y and Z here. As long as you're kind of in the side view, and especially if you hit, 3 on your keypad side view, when you move it with the G key, it is only going to move in those axes that you see. It's not going to go along the x-axis at all. But of course, if you're over here and you start moving things around, it could go into any of the 3 axes. So you have to be kind of careful about that. So you can see this one here is kind of pulled out. And move that in. Let's see what we got. Do we have enough to start? And what is going on over here? Same thing, it's kind of pulled out. Maybe. Definitely have a problem here. And you know what? Not sure if I need this line here. I definitely don't need it creating problems. See what happens if I delete it. Yeah, it's going to cause me a lot of rework that I don't want to spend, at least while recording the tutorial. But if you like, you can delete that line and reconnect all those faces. Or you can kind of look in here and should be able to kind of square it up so it'll turn out right. But actually I can see something else is going on here. I've got I've got a vertex somewhere in here that's evidently it's not correct. But actually what we can do is we can just merge these. Oh no, we can't. Screwed up the window big time. Yeah, still a problem there. Let's go ahead and create the door here and we'll come back to that. So if you use your mouse scroll wheel, you can size this little selection tool. It's really very easy selecting geometry in Blender. I've used Maya and used to use Maya a lot in the past, and Maya wasn't too bad, but selecting geometry could sometimes be a real challenge. Alright, so now I just have to remember how I did it. I think I just extruded and then put the black material on it. So let's try that. Is that enough? I can see we need to work on that. Yeah, not bad. Let's give it a try. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so now what is happening up here? See if I select these edges, that's a problem right there, needs to be fixed. Shift E. Okay. I guess these are actually already creased. It's just the geometry here is not showing it because it's in the way. But why is that acting so differently? There's got to be something there that's not creased correctly or not moved correctly or something. I guess that was it. So we get to pull that out a little bit. Still not showing up. You can see here where that it's not showing up correctly. However, the rest of the door doesn't look too bad, and of course got this spot that needs to be fixed. This looks kind of hazy around the edge of that door. That's because I was messing with the material, the specularity, and also gave it some reflectivity. So what needs to happen here? Well, I guess one thing that might help is if I put a loop cut in. Like I said, sometimes you have to do that. And that's definitely helping. Hate to put all those extra loop cuts in sometimes, but sometimes that'll solve the issue. Just like that. So it looks a lot better, I think, as far as being true to a real truck. Probably not, but I'm not using any reference pictures at all. Need to fix this here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is do something like that. Come along here. Delete that face. Okay. Now let's see if we can get away with merging this. Okay. I think that's actually it. So, as you can see, I just took care of that the triangle problem here by adding another loop cut and just connecting it along to the existing line. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, much better. But you notice this area here looks kind of funny, and I think that is because when we added those faces, they didn't get smooth, so just select everything. Actually select in object mode and hit smooth, and you can see right away what happened, I believe. Okay, see how you got this line here? What is that? That is this right here. And do we really need that? Well, if we take it away from here, take away that entire line, we probably have to put a loop cut here. But that's no big deal. You could take out this geometry, or what you can also do is actually I'm going to use my C tool, a little bit easier. Okay. See how it's bent there really sharply? That's creating a crease. So you can pull that out a little bit. That'll help fix that. Oops. You can see a couple of vertices here that need to be merged. Somehow that got extruded or something. I don't know what the heck happened there. But it's kind of good practice to go through and see what you need to do to this geometry, because as you model, you'll see this happen all the time where you get extra geometry, extra vertices, all that good stuff. See, here's some along here. And of course it's my own doing, but we'll get it fixed. And that's one reason that you saw that crease, is because you have all these extra vertices. Okay, I'm not going to go through all those. I'll fix those later. You can fix them all your own if you have them. You may not even have them. Hopefully you don't. And there was no reason for this to be edge creased either. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Alright, a little bit better. I still have to fix this, but should be able to see now. We have it the same way on this side. And put an extra line edge here just to get some definition around your window. And that concludes this segment. The next segment, what we're going to do is I'm going to just go through fixing other geometry issues a little bit, and then we'll go from there.